Blog Talk Radio. I'm TV here. Let's get into it. Yeah.
Get your computer, CD.
Okay. Okay. What is it? Absolutely.
Well, okay. Goodbye, Blog Talk.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
All righty.
All right. So, yeah, that happened.
Look it. Y'all know I hate as much as anybody to admit when somebody else is right. But I give it to you, girl.
Yeah, that part.
Give the devil she do. Anyway, hey.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to CB and the Boys. I'm CB, and got the whole crew in the building. The fabulous Ms. Mimi Acosta. What's up, Mimi?
Intro.
She cheesing. She cheesing. She got new curls. She cheesing.
Right. And her microphone's still on mute. So while she
Her
fixes
mic is
that,
still muted while she trying
so
to
while,
mute.
so while she fixes that,
Hey,
we're gonna do this real quick.
Hey,
Crystal CB Booker, George Record Boy Homan, Roger Hawkins, Mimi Acosta. Let's go! CB and the Boys, Midweek Motivator. Come on, gather around, get the 411, and let's talk about it.
Hey.
All right, and we are back.
Hey.
We are back. As I said, everybody is in the building today. The fabulous Ms. Mimi Acosta, Mr. Roger Hawkins, and Mr. George Biker Boy Holman. Yes. So how is everybody? This is like our second weekend of the new year, 2023. What's up? Talk to me.
everybody's good. Let's have a drink on me.
There you go. Roll it.
You fan? All right. I like it like that.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, come get the 411. And it's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
You guys are amazing. Okay, so guys, I am sipping on Crucian rum. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but in the Virgin Islands, we have Crucian rum. We have all sorts of flavors, and this one is black cherry rum. Okay, so it's
Yep.
rum and Coke in my ice glass. It's a red straw, baby.
Is it cherry Coke?
Mm-hmm.
No, don't have to.
Y'all, this is so freaking good. Anyway,
Yeah, I've heard of
yeah,
the cruise.
that's what I'm having, honey. The Crucian rum is the business. And you know
Oh,
what's crazy? That my grandfather used to work for Crucian rum back in the day. So we have a number of interesting people in our family. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
I'm about to say because of the rum or in spite of.
No, because of the rum.
I'm just saying.
But yeah. So, Crystal, what we drinking, honey? I know you over there got something.
Water.
That's what
Time
you
out.
left the room to go get earlier, anyway. Uh,
Time,
Oh, I didn't leave the room. I just I got up. I didn't go
what time
downstairs.
out?
she did not get her drink. See, that's
Boo.
not that's so that you know what? That's okay. We'll work on that. George, what you got over there? I know you got something.
Oh yeah, that's what I got up for. Because I looked over and went to grab my bottle and get it ready, and I realized it was a little broken,
Damn, dog.
so I had to fix it.
Yes, that's how you do
Gordon
it.
found his mojo with that, boy.
So
The
I
St.
got my
James.
St. James,
All
my
right,
St.
all right.
James jumping on.
Yes, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, Roger. I know you got something.
Already. You know me, I'm keeping it simple today, going with my single barrel.
Okay.
Me and my homie Jack going single old school whiskey water. Run a little
That's
bit
it.
across. Put your
Okay.
fang up and holler. What's up, Trey? I see you, family. You know me. I'm doing me, brother. Appreciate you being here.
Hey Trey. What's up? What's up?
Oh
Water
yeah,
for me.
Did
Trey's
you
and
guys
having his water.
I got a monster back.
nice?
Ooh.
Did you guys realize
Okay.
that a month from today, well, a month from yesterday, but also today, we will be in Kansas City in one place together again?
Wow. Seems like just last year we were doing that.
Yes, honey. We're
Because
gonna do
it
it
was.
again.
Because
Mhm.
it was.
We're gonna run it. We're gonna run it back, folks. We're gonna run it back.
Yes, we
So
are.
yeah. All right, girl. I know you got some. You done had a week since last time to pull in some info. So who's out in the world messing up?
Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, well, I just saw this one and I had to bring it up into the occasion, into the 411 because I didn't like it. And I'm not a huge fan of Odell Beckham
Okay.
Jr. But so how about he was escorted off the plane because he fell asleep on the plane just because he didn't have on his seatbelt. He didn't have on his belt. He fell asleep before the plane even took off. And then of course the flight attendant made some big shit about it and got him kicked off the plane. Who does that?
See, somebody who's trying to get attention or a cheap paycheck, a payday,
Mhm.
because she had to
The
know who it
hater
was.
levels up here.
So I'm trying
Yeah.
now. Did it tell you whether or not he was belligerent, whether he was combative, or because there is something missing. I promise you. There's got to be. You can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, something is missing. I just picked that up and I just, I'm running
Yeah,
with it because of what I saw. But,
I'm not a
still in
fan
any
of him
event.
either, but I don't go. I don't run with that. It's got to be something to that.
Yeah,
So
but when folks are tired and they're sleepy and God knows what kind of weekend or what kind of day he had, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he fell asleep before the flight, it's all depending on how that went. Like I said, I don't know the backstory to it, but
I don't know how. Okay, he had to be hella drunk or under the influence to not be able to be woken up by the time he took off. I get it. I've done it before plenty of times. I've had people tap me. It's annoying as shit, but you buckle up and you keep it pushing. If
right.
he A didn't get up, then the plane couldn't have taken off. But B, unless he got up, unless it was really, really belligerent or combative or whatever, I don't see how that warranted being kicked off. So there's something else to that. I'll wait for that one.
Yeah, something happened.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving right along, our little boy, Damar Hamlin, he is breathing fully on his own now. From what I understand, I saw something earlier about him going home now. I'm not 100% sure about that, but he is breathing on his own, and that's a really good thing. That's really, really good news compared to last week, where he was like, we wasn't sure whether he was going to make it or not.
Right.
Nobody has nothing to say about that, so I'm going to keep it moving.com.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm sure the
so
brothers up doing his thing.
yes, I'm glad. I'm glad about that. Okay, so check this one out because I don't know what the hell is happening over there in Tennessee, but 4 cops were fired and 2
Mm,
suspended over a sexual relationship with a married female colleague. Did anybody see anything about that?
Yeah, I read about it.
I didn't see that one.
They were just they were partying. Well, I think wasn't it because they were basically doing it during working hours. I don't think it's the issue in and of itself. It's just they were doing it during they were supposed to be on duty. And I mean, they were getting down for the get down, freaky tales, which, hey, do your thing. I ain't mad, but not on the government's dime. The state's dime.
That's absolutely disgusting. She's married. They should all be fired. Like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, okay. But why do you think it's such a triple standard? Because you realize the the situation that's been going around on the news with with the chick Amy Robach and the dude TJ Holmes that were both. If you notice, ain't shit really happening to them. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're literally out announcing their love and romance. Their respective partners.
Well, they took them off. They took them off Anchor, right? Whatever they were doing.
They won't get fired. They're not going to get fired. They would have been fired by now. So my thought is that this may not be a popular opinion. They're damn near being celebrated. So to me, Ime Udoka ought to be rehired. Now, if the Celtics don't want him as a coach, that's one thing, but he ought to be rehired. He should not be punished because they love taking what some people do and run a race with it. And then when other people see, they're not going to do anything because that little brown boy is all in love with that little white gal and she's confessing her same love. And both of their partners are like, whatever, because somebody's getting paid off. Yet they haven't been fired and they won't be. That's the thing. Their lives won't be ruined. So listen, as far as doing it on duty, I think they should be burned for doing it on duty.
Right.
But
not fired.
Other than that, it is what it is. No, I mean, maybe fired. Yeah, they did it on duty. I don't care what they did personally, but they were doing the work hours. So the thing is, it should be across the board. Everybody should be fired. Everybody should be gone, and it's going to happen. So, double standard.
Yeah, and then from what I understand, they've had like threesomes with each other and all type of stuff together. So this is not something that was just like happening on the job, but it's something that was happening off the job too. It just happens that folks found out.
Right. Look, if y'all do it on Saturday, I'm cool with that. Shit, if you do it after work, knock yourself out. Hey, shit, smack your own ass. I don't care. They were doing it on the state ground. That's why they got to be gone. I don't care what you're doing in your spare time, but it wasn't the spare time. It's
right.
Principle of it.
Yes. So moving right along, I want to say a big special congratulations to my girl Angela Bassett. Okay, she wins Best Supporting Actress for Black Panther 2, and she became the first actor to win a major award for a Marvel movie. So that is huge.
Right on.
So kudos to my chick Angela Bassett. I love her dearly. Okay, so what's going on with Eddie Murphy?
He's Eddie. He does Eddie things.
Right.
He's doing Eddie things. I know Eddie been wilding for a while.
Like, what's not going on with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. So look, at the awards, of course, he had to get up and say his little thing, and he had a message for all the dreamers / upcoming artists, right? And he was like, there's a blueprint that you got to follow, okay, to achieve success, prosperity, longevity, and a peace of mind. And the three things that he said, pay your taxes. He said, mind your business and keep Will Smith's name out of your effing mouth.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's funny.
And that just did it. That gave him the number one spot on the tablet.
What's up, baby boy? What's good? I see you out there.
Hey, I said it. What's up, baby?
What the heck?
Hey,
Just
welcome in, girl. Welcome in. I have been keeping up with your daily devotions every day. You are doing your thing. I'm so proud of you. We are so proud of you. So yes, definitely. When we get to Kansas City, we will definitely make something happen for sure. So yeah,
that'd be great.
This that real podcast is here in Kansas City.
She is, yeah.
Oh, it's on and swinging. It's on and swinging.
Well, I'm here. You need to holler anyway.
Like next to St. Jack.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah, she's amazing. She is absolutely amazing.
All right.
Well, guys, if you guys don't have anything else on the 411, that is the 411 news.
I do.
Okay, let's go. Bring it on. Bring it on, baby.
So here's some new developments in Stephen Twitch Boss's death. Okay. Now, they're trying to say that there's possible that it could have been a homicide. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I would believe that.
I would.
I would believe that before I believe that it was suicide.
Oh yeah.
On who's that?
Twitch.
Twitch?
Reality
Oh.
yeah.
Check this out. When the maid found him, supposedly in the hotel, which they never even showed, like TMZ is saying that he was in the hotel and they're reporting all of this, yet they're not showing any evidence, like none. And normally when TMZ is on something, they show it no matter what.
They've gotten really sloppy lately, though. But anyway, go ahead.
So supposedly, when the maid found him, there was no blood. Now, if he shot himself in the head, there would be splatter all over the place.
Trust me, there'd be a lot. You're right.
And they said that the bathroom was a mess. That's all they said, was the bathroom was a mess. But they didn't say that there was blood anywhere in the bathroom. Now, they said he found him in the hotel, but they didn't specify if they found him in the bathroom or anything. And there was no weapon. So how did he shoot himself in the head with no gun?
That part.
Right.
All right.
So,
and his wife, Allison, who is just, to me, not behaving like a woman who's just lost her life. She, has not even shown that she's in mourning, that she's in grief, nothing. And instead of calling the police when she realized he was missing, that his car was in the driveway and he never, goes anywhere without his car and his keys. So instead of calling the police, she went to the police station. And it seems like in those situations when people do that, it's because they don't want a 911 call, because they don't want whatever's going on in the background, whatever really is going down, they don't want that to be heard. So to me, that's suspicious right there.
Or she could potentially have been giving someone time, because a call is almost immediately, and a trip takes X amount of time, and she could say, hey, I was driving for 10 minutes or whatever. It does sound a little bit, about a lot of it, suspicious, because my thought is, what would possess him? I go for walks. I go walk my dogs. I run. I do all that. That's not the issue. I leave without my car all the time when I'm going to run.
Right.
My question is, what led him to that room? See, I think that's where we're all kind of like, why would you walk to a hotel, even if you're about to do some foul shit? You're not going to walk. You're going to want a quick getaway. So yeah, a lot of things don't add up. That's for sure.
Yes.
I hope it comes out. But you're right, TMZ, y'all suck. Any other time they'd be recording somebody taking a dump, and now they can't even figure this out. You guys are trash.
If he really took an Uber, as they're trying to say that he didn't walk, he took an Uber. Then that Uber driver, based off of who he is, they would have come forward and say, well, this was his state of mind when I picked him up, when I took him. At least I'm that Uber driver. I wouldn't be all on it.
Even if they didn't come forward, the police is going to go get them and find out.
They've actually got record of that.
They can track record that.
Yeah. Right. That's a paper trail right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's definitely some other stuff going on.
Yes. Just Got Real podcast said, yes, they said the hotel they found him at was not a normal place he would be at.
Yeah.
So it's just, the whole thing is sketchy.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And if his wife was a part of whatever went down, just divorce him if you don't want him anymore.
No, it ain't. That's called collection on life insurance. It ain't got
life insurance, right?
Yeah, that sounds like money motivation.
Damn, man, he was doing so good. He had just gotten a part in some big role in some film. Like he was just, man, he was about to really blow out the water. He was already there, but damn. Anyway.
I said that they said the hotel was across town. Come on now. He didn't walk across town.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. So yeah, I guess guys, as we learn things, stuff comes out eventually, but
a little bit by little bit.
You gotta be careful who you close your eyes. Be careful who you close your eyes on when you go to bed at night. Sleep with one eye open. Just telling you.
I was trying to say something, but I don't want to sound crazy. Anyway.
Too late.
Too late.
I mean, yeah, come on now. Consider the source pudding. Come on. By your own admission at that.
I'm just saying.
Hey, be like that.
Yeah, let me make it official for you.
Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
And we are back.
There we go. Now we can kick it into overdrive and do what we does best.
So I guess we are all in agreement on the Twitch story that it sounds what? Suspicious.
Kind of fish eye.
Mm.
Oh well.
Right, that part. That part.
Goofy.
All of it.
All right, Roger, let's talk about our fabulous Chiefs who are number one in the AFC. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're going to the Super Bowl and going to destroy and just take home the gold. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah. Fitness tips with Roger Hawkins. And sports.
Right. You got to add some other shit
one.
too, George. Just don't take out my favorite parts. Anyway, yep, yo. So we're getting.
What's that? The dude doing the Carlton?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yep, that part. So yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys are you know what's going on with the boys. So we're at the end of the regular season, folks. Again, yes, AFC champs, kind of in a weird way. We will see how these playoffs work out. I think there's going to be some really interesting days ahead. So it kind of remains to be seen. Obviously, we're going to be pulling for our guys, but I'll be honest with you. I feel like Buffalo has become that much more dangerous because of what happened to their brother.
Man, did they not act a fool? I mean, right off the kickoff. Do you know? I'm saying this.
Lethal.
Don't everybody run off and tell nobody. You know I'm saying it on the air. Matter of fact, I might have to delete this show or this portion of this show after I say this.
Come on, man.
But when they did the kickoff and that motherfucker ran that son of a bitch back for a football, nigga, I cried. I ain't near bullshitting. That shit hurt the tear.
Hey, listen. I mean,
you knew at that moment.
It's different.
It was on and popping. It was on and popping. They gave that ass whooping not for the game, but for him.
It takes
all about handling
stuff like that, though. It shouldn't, but yeah, when you tack on that extra motivation on top of everything else, whoo, those boys just became the most.
Go back and look, and go back and check. I got it recorded. I counted. I paid attention. Every single time they made a touchdown, they did this.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're supposed to. I mean, that's your brother, So anyway, all that to say, the playoffs just got really good. It's gonna be some knockdown slugfest going on. So anyway, I guess we'll keep up, George. When they're starting to talk about doing the brackets, because I know, they've got to.
They already got it.
I'm about to say they should start presenting them like right away, actually. So anyway, we'll see how things start to shake out. But obviously we want our boys to win. But again, AFC West, we have the toughest conference in the league every year. I don't give a shit what people say. We have AFC is the toughest of the two, has been for a while. The West in particular has been pretty tough. We've kind of owned it lately, but the AFC in and of itself is definitely the stronger of the two conferences, in my opinion. So we'll see what's going on.
So, they got the wild card round set up on here. I got the NFL. I got the NFL.
Yeah.
and they had previously showed the bracket, but it was empty. They've taken the bracket off at this point. So what'll happen is after this weekend, because this weekend builds the first level of the bracket.
Right.
So
I mean, they figured it out just because everybody was worried about, Skip's old goofy ass, worried about the implications because that game to get played. Like I said, I ain't saying I want something to happen to him, but like I said, let his ass have fucking angina or something like that, and people say, hey, he should still do his job. Like I said, let that be.
You know what?
Gout.
Ain't nobody tripping on Skip. I can't think of who it was, but it was somebody busted him out and told him, had the nerve, told him, said, how do you have the nerve to say what should happen? What have you done? What situation have you been? You played basketball in high school.
You was JV or some shit.
And you average a point and a half a game.
But yeah, so yeah, Skip's kind of burned his own. He's kind of burned a lot of bridges, and he's hot for himself here lately. You know what I didn't realize? I didn't realize he was that damn old. He's 71. Now, once I realized that, a lot of shit that he says makes sense.
But he's old enough to know better. I mean, it ain't
about knowing better. The era that he comes from was
Jim Crow.
So he literally has had to unlearn and censor himself a lot in recent years. But you know what they say about old people? The older they get, the more they start saying crazier shit. So I think he's kind of getting to that point.
He was there when NFL had its first death. So apparently he thinks things should be the same. Because the first person that died in the NFL was Chuck Hughes. And that was in 1971. And they pulled him off the field and then kept the game and finished the game. But America is a lot more sensitive than they was in 1971.
For sure. So anyway, that's really, like I said, we'll definitely be keeping up with that. I know everybody's watching. Y'all damn well better be. So we'll see what happens week in and week out. We'll report. I already know. Ain't none of y'all. Sorry, Sunzo bitches done y'all's jumper rope. I want to see some jump rope videos. So I already know ain't none of you motherfuckers jumping shit. So I did my own. I said I'm gonna go first. I had to do my own.
I ain't got email the first.
I know you ain't. Ain't nobody email George. I know ain't none of y'all. Listen, every one of y'all taking TikToks in the damn bathroom and all this other goofy shit, but you couldn't record your slouchy ass jumping a couple of times. I'm ashamed of everybody out there. Every one of y'all. Anyway, now I'm done shaming. I don't want to hear shit. Don't say you can't find no jump rope because
I have started out by eating and drinking lots of water.
Yeah, okay.
You started out a health event by eating?
No, I started out by cutting back on everything that I eat that's bad for me. Okay, so I've been drinking a lot of water. I started detoxing with the lemon and cucumbers and all that good old stuff. And instead of just, because I have a thing with just drinking water by itself without taste. So what I do is I put lemon in it and just started detoxing and all that good old stuff. So I just need to incorporate that little exercise.
What the fuck they got to do with the cost of tea in China? Why your ass ain't bought a jump rope?
I have one.
Except for on Wednesday.
That's even worse. She said she has one. She's like, I got one. I'm hanging the clothes on it right now.
All the little stretch thingies and all the little stretch thing to put in the legs and.
George, stop. Just stop. George, we're going to buy a bunch of ropeless jump ropes for everybody. That way y'all can jump with me. Let's get on Amazon and get these.
You're sitting in a chair doing this.
I'm with you. Hey, look.
Double Dutch bus coming down the street.
You did not go there.
Not the double Dutch. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Nope. You deserve it. Don't nobody want to hear shit. You deserve it. Y'all deserve it. Nope. Don't want to hear it. So there you go. It's all good though.
You sure
you all to shoot that in.
I'm done. You like that? I'm done.
Such a show off.
So wait. What I was gonna say was I just want y'all to know.
You needed some music.
I did like 6 sets of 30 seconds. I was sweating like a fucking hooker in church. It really will. It'll get you going. It seems
Let
crazy.
me ask you a question. How many calories does it burn on one session? Like what is?
You just have to look it up by minutes or by intensity. Yeah, I mean
Oh, okay.
it can trust me. Like I said, I literally broke a sweat with no problem. You're doing really small hops. You're moving you'll burn calories. You really will.
Yeah.
And it's easier than running because everybody's always talking about I don't like to run all that. Well, I literally did that about an hour before I got on here when I got home from work in my hallway. So there you go.
So you jumped for a whole hour?
No. An hour before he got on the show is when he did it.
He did it for an hour.
No. He said I did it an hour before I got on the show.
See, he said I did it an hour.
I did it an hour before I got on the show. Not I did it for an hour before I got on the show. It's a big difference. One word can make a big difference.
Very true.
Okay, so there.
Oh God, I can't.
Have a drink on that one.
Right. Hey, clear as mud. Okay. Y'all are all behind.
So according to AQFsports.com, skipping rope burns on an average of 15 to 20 calories a minute. You can easily burn 200 to 300 calories on an average by working out with jumping rope for 15 minutes only.
Shit, that's not true. If it's intensity, I did 6 sets. I did 3 fucking minutes. And I was sweating like a slave.
That is a lot. It
is.
Yeah.
It really is. And truth be told,
but if you can do, you talking about burning 2 or 3 calories, 200 to 300 calories in 15 minutes.
Yeah, for real. You know how hard that is.
Jumping the shit out of some rope.
Yeah, that's true.
Not really just that little small intensity. I wasn't even going nuts. You can walk with that. You can do so much. Like I was actually watching a video of a sister who had done that, and she said she just started carrying her rope with her everywhere. So you know how they say do sit-ups or whatever in commercials when you watch TV. She literally took her rope everywhere, and anytime she had a spare moment, she would do a couple of minutes or whatever. And I mean, she just dropped like 60. And that for a woman, that's really, really, really hard. So
yes.
that's crazy that she did that. I mean, just by doing that, nothing different.
That's how much I need to drop 60.
Well, shit, if you would stop hanging your clothes on your damn rope and partition and shit and use it, you'd be straight.
She would jump rope tonight, but she's using the rope as the laundry line. So
right. Trying to bleach your whites.
I'm using the rope as my straw.
There you go. The ropeless rope for that part.
That's only tonight.
All right. So I'm winning. I'm ahead of all of you people out there, and I'm holding y'all personally responsible. I start calling y'all asses out too. I call your house. I don't care who answers. Hey, I don't care what y'all doing, but she need to come outside and jump rope. I don't care if it's winter time. Shit. Call y'all like Leave It to Beaver and shit.
Wow.
Oh shit.
He said Leave It to Beaver.
Oh, you like that, didn't you? Like that, eh?
Yeah. Dope.
Leave it.
Trey, don't give her that out. That's bullshit. She can jump up in between taking sips. Nope. In between.
Thank you, Trey. Thank you.
Hell no.
Somebody got to be on my side, damn it.
That's fine. Like I said, outside. So,
that's all good. I'll work it out though.
I'll be back with y'all with some more stuff next week. We'll add to that. That don't mean we're gonna stop this. We're just gonna add to it. All right.
Okay.
All right.
that's gonna make for some hella ketchup.
That's okay.
I'm gonna submit my video by Friday.
Hey, speaking of ketchup, what did the daddy tomato say to the baby tomato after he kept falling behind?
Damn it, Crystal.
Ketchup.
He said, "Hunt, go hunt." Easy.
I cracked myself up.
Okay, Crystal, what we got? Let's go to Crystal. Right quick. You got some movies this week?
Yep, go see movies. Moving on. Speak.
Now, let's check out the movie with Crystal C.B. Booker.
Yo,
The timing is impeccable.
You
I
gotta have
ain't
your
gonna
intro.
front. I ain't gonna front. That was probably the funniest damn movie review she's ever done. So just leave it at that. Hey,
You gotta
go
have
see-
your intro, sis. Okay, so let's
go
go.
see-
You
go
got
see
it.
movies.
Right.
I'm just about to speak. And anyway, so still playing our Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. Also still playing is Avatar, The Way of Water. Definitely recommend both of those films. But a long-awaited film, and a big surprise, is coming to the theaters on February 1st. BTS, the Busan concert, is going to be on the big screen, guys. So you don't want to miss that if you're a BTS fan, of course. Like I am. So, of course, I will be in the building. But you guys, I'm so excited because, BTS, they are on hiatus doing their own thing. And Taeyang and Jimin from BTS have collaborated. And if you don't know who Taeyang is from the group Big Bang, which is also a Korean sensation. They're amazing. And he's collaborated with Jimin of BTS. And Jimin also is getting credit for composing some of the song, which is so exciting for us in the BTS fandom. So, Army, get ready to stream, get ready to vote, get ready to make this song go #1, because we can. So that is that. Now, in business, the last time we spoke, I talked to you guys about finding your niche and deciding what it is that you want to do. Now, everyone has a niche. Everyone has a skill. Everyone has a passion, something that they want to do, something you're good at, whether it be cooking, whether it be motivating others, because actually being a life coach is actually a thing. And if you give good advice and people follow your advice, then perhaps you need to share that advice with the rest of the world. And you can create a business centered around that. So definitely think about that. So the same thing is definitely to find your niche. Once you found your niche, and you can also go on Google and type in Google Trends. And when you type in Google Trends on the first page, you're going to see what is trending right now, what niches are hot right now, what people are searching for right now. And once you identify what it is you want your niche to be, then the next thing you want to do as part of your research is to look at the reviews of your competitors, but not just the good reviews. You want to look at the bad reviews, and I'll tell you why. When you look at the bad reviews, you see where that competitor is lacking, and you can come up with your own ideas, ways to solve whatever the problems are that particular customer has with your competitor. You can be the one to resolve whatever those issues are by whatever product that you're going to choose to do, whether you do affiliate marketing. And next week we'll talk about affiliate marketing, and I'll show you how to get started with that. So with that, that's CV at the movies and CV in business. Thank you.
Okay, so if I may say something, on January 27th, You People is coming out, and I think that that's going to be a great movie. I am really excited to see Lauren London get back on track with herself after her husband's death. So, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
So there you have it. Everybody, we
What
got to
the
support.
hell you mean, you people? I got it now. Though.
We got to support. We got to support. And then another thing, guys, too, if you are on social media, especially TikTok, and you see the Black Girl Follow train, jump on it. It really, really works. It has really impacted the Black community, namely for we Black women. It's so important. And let me tell you, the white women are going ham over this.
It's pretty funny.
Like ham in a bad way? Like, what's the deal? Like, I don't know.
You didn't know about this? Oh, yeah. This is dope.
I know nothing about it.
Okay, so on TikTok, there is a Black Girl Follow trend. And what
Okay.
that means is anybody that has the Black Girl Follow trend on their in their hashtags, then you follow each other and you support each other.
Mhm.
And so I went a step further and I made a video saying to not just do it for Black women, but also the Black men who have also jumped on the Black Girl Follow trend because they're
Mhm.
supporting Black women.
Mhm.
And so I said in my video that if you are a part of the Black community, let's follow each other, let's support each other,
Mhm.
and let's help each other grow. And, you know, it's made an impact. And just looking at the videos of the women who have been impacted by this amazing thing is just great. It's like you can go, this one lady went from 6 followers to 600 like overnight. And now she's
Mhm.
over 1,000 followers, where she can now go live on TikTok and share whatever she wants to share with the world. And that's something you can't do. And that's the same here with YouTube. Unless you have 1,000 subscribers, you really can't do much of anything when you really think about it, because in order to do more, you have to have the viewers and you have to have the subscribers. The
Right.
same algorithm also works for TikTok as well as Twitter, as well as Instagram. If you don't have the followers, then you're not going to get the attention that you want.
Mm.
So with the Black Girl Follow trend and everyone supporting each other and they follow each other, you can go from 6 literally to 1,000 in a week or less. And that's amazing for some of these women. And this lady was talking about how she got her first sale ever because of the Black Girl Follow trend, because she was, you know, she sells bonnets that she makes herself.
You said
And
what?
she had bonnets, hair bonnets.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that she makes herself. And she hadn't been able to sell it. I don't know how she was marketing it
Roger.
or that, but I know that if not for the Black Girl Follow trend, she wouldn't have made her first sale.
Roger just had a whole thought to Jesus.
I know. I see it.
I
Go
ain't mad
ahead,
at you doing the business, but
Lay it on us.
listen, I adore y'all, but I'm gonna punch the next Black girl I see in the motherfucking throat if she out in public in the bonnet. I'll do what you do at home, but let me tell y'all something as a man. All y'all that have men, boyfriends, girlfriend, whatever you got, don't get in the bed and expect to get no A dick if you got a bonnet on, because all he wants to do is not look at your goofy ass. If you can't go fix your hair after that 6 or 7 minutes, he gonna give you a hell. Then you don't deserve it. I'm just being real. That shit is retarded, and it
Okay.
kills the Woody. It just does. I get it. You can't mess up your hair. Look, put on a bandana, put on something stylish. That shit is goofy. If you think that you're going to be doing anything that night, just hold off. Hold on. I'm telling you, you'll be better for it. You'll be better for it. 'Cause I don't care how good you look. If you come in there naked with a big poof on your shit like strawberry shortcake, his shit's going to go. I'm just trying to tell you. But anyway, big ups to Shorty who got her first sale. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say. Good job.
Sports,
So
fitness,
you
bedroom advice.
well,
Hey,
you know how women these days are wearing wigs and they're slaying in their wigs. Well, this guy, he was dating this girl and he thought that it was her natural hair.
white boy.
So it showed there was a video, it was hilarious. And he thought, you know, he was doing something. It's like, yeah, I'm sitting here with my boo. And he was rubbing his fingers through her hair and the wig came off.
Well, she had a bat. It didn't fit. She had on an XL and her head was a medium. Hey, that's like a helmet. Yo, either she needs a chin strap or she should have got the right size. Yo, you can't do that.
It was hilarious because
No.
he
That
was
was
like,
a setup.
that's
Yeah,
not
it
your
had to be.
hair. She was
Because
like,
you know what? Ain't no
That was a
sister wearing a wig gonna let you run your fingers through her hair if she knows she got a
No.
wig on. So
it probably
No.
was a setup, but I mean, the whole scenario was just funny. But then it just shows, like, is wearing a wig considered a lie? I mean, when you think about it, because
Okay, let me tell you
Yes.
what. Let me tell you
Yes.
what. It's considered fraud.
Yep.
That's a whole fraud. That's not even a lie. That's a whole fraudulent situation.
especially
Yes,
well, here's the deal.
absolutely.
Especially if you don't have something underneath that can match it. And that's the thing. There are people that wear them if you're an athlete or you're whatever, you're going to sweat or whatever, you're going to wear it because you got to protect your hair. But if you take it off, you still have similar length, grade, whatever.
Right.
I don't have any issue with it in terms of if you want to change your look up. But if that's your all day, every day, and no one has ever seen you without it, that's a lie. And I know people like that. I know someone I've known, I won't say any names. I know someone I've known for 9 years, and I've never seen her without it. And I know it is one because it stays the same length, the same cut. She gets razor line because
Yes.
the baby hair. And the thing is, I've never in 9 years seen this woman without it. Ever. That's a lie and fraud.
And
That's fraud.
Trey, your wife gets 100% kudos for just
Yeah,
going that
hey,
far.
that,
Some
that
people
don't count.
that
That don't
that
count.
that don't count. That does
Don't
not
count.
count at all. Yeah.
That yeah, see that's justifiable. We're just talking about,
Yes.
and I
We
heard you.
talking about the ones that look like they've been through chemo, but they ain't.
Yeah, yeah, just lazy.
Oh,
They ain't doing nothing. It's different. I mean, I think we most of the time know when someone is doing it because we understand each other. Here's what's harder to believe. You oftentimes don't know when people of different cultures have on extensions or a wig because the texture and the grade tends to match a little better.
right.
I actually, when I used to work at clubs, I actually explained to a couple of white girls that they spend more money on weaves and extensions than black women do, because they were trying to talk shit on some black girls. And I explained to them, I go, no. White women spend way more money on this and wear it way more often. It's just we can't tell because a blonde is a blonde and the hair texture is the same. She shut up real quick then when I told her that. And I'm like, it's nothing bad. I know very few people possess the ability, white, black, or others, to grow hair down to their waist. Trey, you tripping. Trey, you tripping.
Trey, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. Hey, you been to Vegas lately? Because that's what you got. Now he is. That's funny.
Because it's like you see it every day, and some of those wigs are really, really cute, especially when they do the little
100%.
baby hairs and shit. You can't tell if it's real or if it's.
But
yeah, you can.
You can.
You just don't know.
This is the hurtful
Most of the
thing.
time you can.
Because most of them don't do the extra with their edges, and you can see the mesh screen pasted.
Oh, those lace fronts. Who those lace fronts? Ooh, Lord
The
Jesus.
hurtful thing is these young girls that are doing this thing and totally messing up their hairline and everything else. Because at the end of the day, you're too young to do that to yourself, and your hair may not grow back the way you want it to. You're still very young. Why are you not doing your own hair at 21, 23,
how do you
25?
do that if you don't know how and your mother doesn't know how? See, you got to understand, you can't teach what you don't know.
I'm going to tell you something. So my daughter is half black. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what the hell to do with her hair. I used to give her the prettiest little styles. But when it came to all that braiding stuff, honey, I would pay somebody to do her hair. That's just it.
Yeah, I've heard horror stories about that too. Listen, if you got any piece of melanin in your DNA or your child's DNA, stop wetting those babies' hair and trying to comb that shit like you would little Amy. It doesn't work that way, and I feel bad because the Midwest is chock full of them. And so you see a bunch of Hillarys and Yahoo Seriouses running around because they mammy ain't had a clue. You better drive that baby to a big city and get one of them Africans that can braid shit hair no longer than a rice grain. You better get up on it. Don't have it if you don't know what to do with it.
Yes.
So,
and you can't have just anybody up in your baby hair. You know what I'm saying? It's like you really need to do your due diligence on who you're taking your child to, because folks have hands. Next thing you know, it's almost like having a what do you call a thumb when the plants die? What do you call that?
Not a green thumb.
That bullshit right there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, your baby hair dropping. You trying to figure out why. It's because they done put some chemicals in your baby hair they had no business putting on. So don't just take your baby anywhere.
Right.
That's funny.
Speaking of babies, did you guys hear about the 6-year-old that shot his teacher?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
6.
I missed that part.
No, yeah, man.
Look for it, George. You already know it's definitely out there. That is a baby, first grade, kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, what
You
would
know?
possess? I mean, not what would possess, but damn, how all of that went about.
Yes, the secret of putting the gun in the bag with the lunch kit. Like what? How?
But you
You
know,
know?
a lot of parents, like to think that they're involved. You can't have that much of an idea. But at 6, you should have some idea of everything that's going on with your kid. Now, when they get to be teenagers, of course, they're doing their own thing. But how in the hell a 6-year-old? But you'd be amazed at how we take things for granted and we don't check. Nobody look. I got 4 people in my house. I don't check my guns every day, but all of my children are adults. My point is, if one of my kids decided they were going to go off,
First of all, ain't nobody in your house touching nothing you got. Not no damn guns. They think twice, like shit, I want to grab it, but shit, he would kill me. So.
no, they be more worried about me. But you get what I'm saying. You're right.
Yes.
You're right. But even when they were little, when I lived in KC and they were younger, I'm not being funny. I could legitimately leave a gun on the kitchen table, and my children understood and wouldn't touch it. If I did,
I know my brother would find a video. Let's go.
Of course.
Inside a classroom in Newport News, Virginia. The alleged gun details in that shooting of an elementary school teacher inside a classroom in Newport News, Virginia. The alleged gunman is a 6-year-old boy. Well, the teacher today is in stable condition, and CBS's Chris Van Cleve has new reporting and information on where the young boy got the handgun.
Tonight, police say the 6-year-old put his mother's 9mm handgun in his backpack before leaving for school.
I shot the teacher. I know where that student is. Grade student.
Police say first-grade teacher Abigail Zwarner was giving a lesson on Friday afternoon when the boy pulled out a gun and pointed it at the 25-year-old. Investigators say she threw up her hand to protect herself, but the bullet went through it and into her chest.
She suffered a gunshot wound, but she was still able to get all of her students out of that classroom.
Newport News Police Chief Steve Drew.
Do you have reason to believe that this 6-year-old was targeting multiple people in that classroom?
I believe that the actions were at or towards the teacher, but you never know how someone's going to want to react with a firearm.
LaWanda Sample Rusk was in the school office waiting to pick up her grandkids when Zwarner came in for help.
She fainted on the floor, and then it scared me, and I just started, I knew I screamed.
This is the 4th shooting involving a 6-year-old since 2000. Last year, there were more than 300 school shootings. In the majority of those incidents, a student or staff member was shot.
What would you expect to happen as far as what this child may face?
Nobody under 11 can be locked up in state custody.
The police chief says that 6-year-old boy is at a medical facility for evaluation and that ultimately what happens next to him will be up to a judge. We learned during the briefing the boy's mother legally purchased that handgun. The chief says their investigation is ongoing and did not rule out the possibility she could face charges.
Chris Van Cleve, thank you.
I guarantee you, mama gonna get it.
Oh yeah.
If she looks like me.
Yes.
Especially.
I was about to say that.
It is what it is. If she looks like me, shit. If she don't, he can walk down the street in front of cops and shoot people. It just is what it is. But
if she looked like me,
I'm blown away by the fact that it's not that it can't happen because parents leave them out all the time and not locked up and things like that. But the ability to be so angry as a child or whatever that you and that go home, you've had time to calm down, get the gun, come back. Wow, that's scary.
At 6 years old, you shouldn't even have that kind of attitude.
I would get mad, but I was scared of any adult at 6 because I was afraid that adult would tell my mother. And that's what I was afraid of. So damn, I don't know. So I mean, I'm not sure. Evaluation is number one, job one, but wow, what do you do? I mean, I'm glad the teacher made it through and all that. I don't know what was said or done to him, but shit, I think she should probably give him an A and pass him on to the next grade so she can make it for her next birthday. Jesus, give that little man an A for the day and a gold star to boot. Shit, let him eat.
You know what?
I shared an A+, Miss Landers. And I want peanut butter and jelly, bitch.
You know you're wrong for that.
Oh, yeah, that's horrific. That's terrible. Oh my goodness! Wow.
You know you're wrong for that one. Oh my god.
I bet he get his assigned seat in the front of the class now. Shit.
We'll make sure there's a jump rope in hell. Okay.
I'll see you there. Don't worry about it. All right. Wow. George, pay these bills so we can jump into this subject matter. Because I'm curious to hear what you got. We haven't talked much this week, but I'm curious to hear some of y'all's interesting take on where we're going to spend this. Yeah, I mean. George still looking up ropeless jump ropes and shit.
Hey everybody, it's me, CB. Join us every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you conversation, motivation, music, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. So tune in. Let's talk. Join us as we shake things up and talk things out. CB and the boys. Join us for your Midweek Motivation. See ya.
불타오르네. I'ma make you pump like that. 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 Jump like that.
Hey everybody, let's get together and feel alright with CB and the Boys radio show. Join us every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you music, conversation, motivation, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. One love.
Gosh, oh my gosh.
Before we go, George, you're not gonna give me my financial affirmations.
Well, I was going to earlier when we were talking about finance, and then
I know we got sidetracked.
Nah, it just quickly switched before I can click the button.
Okay, at least because you got to at least allow me to explain my maniacal thinking sometimes. But I felt the need to throw this out there. Like I was telling the crew earlier that we have to have some stuff that we practice, believe in, a mantra, if you will. And so I found two schools of thought, not my original creations, but I copied and pasted them because they mean everything. So once you see them, you'll understand, and we can go into it real quick, and then we'll jump into the subject. But I think everybody needs this for real.
Well, apparently most of us know this first one.
We'll let's go through it.
How to stay poor.
How to stay poor.
God damn it. Not the whole day.
Who's a professional at that?
But I mean,
you want to read them all?
No.
Go ahead.
I couldn't.
One, watch TV for the whole day.
Damn, that's boring.
No, that's way too much.
Two, don't build up any hobbies.
That's also boring.
Three, don't get any life passion. Four, always stay in your comfort zone.
No.
5, make sure you wait for miracles.
Jesus coming. He gonna knock on the door.
And 6, blame others for your problems.
100%. I
Ay,
mean,
ay,
for everybody out there with half a brain, you guys know what that means. It's literally telling you the secret to getting out of that state of mind. Like, don't do none of that shit. That's what people that are complacent and complainers do, and that's why they stay broke and stay right where they are. They love talking about shit, but they don't do shit. So, and Warren Buffett said that you find a lie in anything that man says. So that's the first half for sure.
And then you got
Boom,
the
millionaire.
millionaire code.
Now, this is dope. This is dope. Get whole life insurance, which is something most of us don't know about, because you know what? I guarantee you 98% of people you know get sold term life. It's 20, 30 years. And guess what? That shit expires right when you need it most. But that's how they get you, because it's cheap. So this is the key for real, for making money. Then set up a trust. That's the one thing I do. I definitely am going to get into before the next year or two is over. That's going to be job one. Start an LLC. We say that all the time. I know George has got us hooking with this one, but everybody needs to do that if you're going to be a true business owner. Apply for an EIN. It's also something you need to do if you're going to be a true business owner, because you can protect your personal assets with an LLC and an EIN. Open business lines of credit. This is something that I've only learned about in the recent few years, thinking like having good credit's good. I've got good credit, but having good business credit, man, the sky's the limit. And that's something a lot of us don't know about until down the road. Invest in assets. I'm sure is what that meant. Yeah, I know I talk about that quite a bit off air and things like that. I'm big on investing and diversifying. And like I said, that's something anybody that has anything to share, please share it. I share what I know. I don't keep that shit, because you know what? What's the point of one person being rich if no one else can benefit? It's terrible. So if you have information, let's talk about it. Take profits into trust funds. So that goes back up to number 2. And number and 8, of course, says this is all tax free. That's the big one. Yeah. So everybody talks shit about Trump and big business and all that. The reason they don't pay taxes is because they know all of the loopholes. They know how to make their money, make money, and not pay on it. So love people or hate people, always learn from someone smarter than you, even if you don't necessarily care for their character. So we're probably going to play that. We're just going to pop that up every so often throughout eternity, because you can never see that too much. And if you don't believe in the words of affirmation and stuff like that, then you really are comfortable just being where you are. You're not going to grow. Growth is uncomfortable. Working out, losing weight, quitting smoking, growth is uncomfortable. So this is kind of the year of growth. We're not going to talk about it. We're going to be about it. I love to talk, but I don't talk shit. If I say I'm going to do it, I'll do it. Just like my jump rope challenge that the rest of you clowns didn't do. Anyway, moving on.
But also to piggyback on that, it's also great to know the difference between an asset and a liability, because that's going to help you grow as well. And to piggyback also what Roger said about the loopholes, there are a lot of loopholes for the wealthy and those that are in business. And like you said, it is very important to know those things. Being financially literate is going to save your life in the long run. And what better time to start than now?
Yeah, excellent statement. I like that, and that's a great term. It gets moved around a little bit, but I'm glad you said that. Financially literate. That's a huge deal. It's a great term to utilize, because people know what money is, but I mean to truly understand it. Most people don't actually understand it. Money is a tool, and most of us don't understand how to utilize that. Put it like this: if you grew up lower class, middle class, or whatever, you don't understand how it can be utilized to keep doing everything. It's just like you got a tool bag, screwdriver, hammer, wrench. That's all you got. And then you see somebody who rolls up in a van and starts pulling shit out you ain't ever seen. That's the difference between working for a paycheck and having a bunch of money that works for you.
Yes.
Most of us work for our money. When your money starts working for you, your whole world changes. You're thinking everything. So guys, I want anybody within the sound of our voices to be able to follow suit and do the same thing. Yeah, I mean, I promise you, if I find a new way to make $1 million, I'm going to share it. I mean, if you have the faith and you got to be brave. You got to be really bold because guess what? A lot of times it's high risk, high reward. The one thing most people of color won't do is take risks. We feel like we can't afford to, or we think it's stupid, or we use any reason to sit down and be very careful and comfortable. That's why we don't make those leaps of
Right.
faith. But I'm going to make everybody as uncomfortable as I can this year, myself included, because this time next year, I'd love to hear someone go, I'm doing something I didn't think I was doing. I made a purchase I didn't think I could make. I'm going where I didn't think I could go. I got a long list. I have a very long list, and my list never ends of the stuff I want to do. Every time I do something, I exit off. I put something new on there. It's called the never-ending bucket list. Everybody should have one. I don't have 20 things or 10. My shit don't end. Got to stick around that way. I'm out.
Love it.
That's awesome. Well, our topic tonight, guys, is lies and liars. And what prompted this is the new senator, George Santos, who ran on a pack of lies. Like everything was a lie. He said he was Jewish. He's not. He said he graduated from college. He didn't. He said he worked for, I think, the FBI or some crap. He worked somewhere, but didn't. I mean, everything literally that came out of this man's mouth was a lie. And he won. And now the lies have come out and he's already in the Senate seat.
It's almost like Herschel Walker getting in. Like, he was really this close. So at the end of the day, it's like, for whatever reason, lies make it, the truth doesn't. What's up with that?
Yeah, and now he is thinking he's white because he was caught making the white power sign on the
right. That's pretty funny, but not really. Santos, but he's white. Right, he's Jewish. His name ain't Lieberwitz. It ain't Goldstein. It's fucking Santos. Yeah, Santos. But my guy thinks, but you know what? That's delusion and brainwashing in a lot of ways. And so to stay with the subject and answer the question, do lies matter? Kind of depends. As you see, not often. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Clearly, he's connected. Clearly, he is the puppet that whoever wanted to be. So obviously, look, everybody lies. People lie differently, but everybody lies. Even people that say I don't lie. That's the biggest lie. I don't lie. I lie sometimes just to stay in practice. But it's kind of one of those things. I gotta make sure.
Okay, a good way to justify that. All righty.
But
to stay in practice. In practice of what?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Anyway,
so the I guess like you're talking professionally right now, and in situations where someone is going to be in a position of power, does it count? This is the one time I'm going to say, hell yeah, I think it matters. But the problem is, this is the one time where I think you find the most dishonesty, because if people ran on tickets being who they really are, and you had to adhere to whatever set of rules and not break a certain amount, nobody would make it. Nobody would make it. Everybody's a fraud to some degree. It really comes down to who can produce, who's going to do what I asked them to do or voted for them to do or whatever. So really, like it's like the old saying goes, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. So everything that came out of homeboy's mouth, you should have been like, yeah, all right, moving right along. But you have to think, okay, is this person aligning with what I believe or what I'd like to see happen? So maybe we aren't happy with it, but maybe some other people. Do you realize how easy it is for people to overlook shit when it's somebody that they like or who's doing what they want? They go, oh, that's not so bad. It's okay. You ever notice that?
Right.
But if somebody they don't care for, they're the worst person in the world. We just talked about it with the whole situation with Amy and TJ versus, anybody else. So I don't know. Everybody lies. So how do you judge? There's no such thing as one lie being better or worse than the other, but how do you judge?
Well, first, starting off with what is the definition of a lie? What is considered to be a lie? Well, according to the dictionary, a lie is a statement made with the intent to deceive or mislead. It is a statement that is not true and is made with the knowledge that it is false. So when people lie, they know they're lying.
100%.
Lying is a common human behavior that has been present throughout history. I know because I wrote an article about it. I'm just reading like the first part of my article. So lying is a common human behavior that has been present throughout history. It is defined as making a false statement with the intent to deceive or mislead someone. People lie for a variety of reasons, including to protect themselves or others, to gain an advantage, or simply to avoid punishment or confrontation. And at some point, to me, they would get confronted. And lying can take many forms, from small white lies that are told to be polite or to spare someone's feelings, to larger lies that have more significant consequences. Some people are more prone to lying than others. And the frequency and severity of lies can vary greatly from person to person. So, for example, you can have somebody who is a pathological liar, that everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie, to the extent where they start to believe their own lies.
That's scary.
We all know somebody like that, though, too.
Of course.
It is. And not being funny, that shit is weird.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question then, CB. Well, two things. One, I hate the phrase white lie. It pisses me off because that insinuates that A, something white isn't quite as bad, and B, it's almost okay because the intention is good. You name one thing that any white person does with the intention of it being good to anybody but them or someone close to them. I'm not out here. I'm not trying to play the race card to piss y'all off, but shit, if the shoe fits, fuck you. That being said, I hate that phrase. It's no such thing as a white lie. A lie is a lie. If you tell me it's 3:00 and it's 3:20, you lied. If you tell me you didn't murder somebody and you did, it's a lie. So see, I don't get into particulars.
Yeah. I've never understood that either. Oh, I just told a little white lie.
But that's very
very
deliberate. That was done years ago. Yeah, it's called whitewashing. Anyway, we'll get into that in a whole other time, maybe. So that being said, my question to you all is:
you lied. God damn it! Is it white, brown, green, purple, red? Jamaican flag colors. A lie is a lie.
Damn, now she getting into lies with funny dialects. Holy shit. I didn't even understand the lie, but I knew he was lying. Jesus.
Lot of mussy.
Okay, so here's my question. I think so, and I'm going to ask: Do we all agree that everybody lies? It's no way around it. It's human nature, much like your article. My thing is, do you guys ever think it's justifiable, necessary, or okay?
Justifiable, necessary, or okay?
No matter what the situation, personal, professional, no matter what.
If it's gonna save me from dying, I might have to tell a lie. I'm sorry. You got a gun to my head, I'm gonna lie my ass off. Even if it's gonna give me extra 5 minutes. I'm like, hold on.
Now, play it now. I ain't told nobody.
Watch there be the one lie that stops you from getting to the pearly gates.
That might be the lie. Right, exactly. So I'll just have to fucking tell it. It's like, you know what? Look, yo no sé, I no speak English.
You sure damn right. You racist motherfucker. Hey, see, I told you I wasn't gonna give myself. I told you, I see all of y'all there. But see, I'm very talented, so I'll install air conditioning down in hell. So they don't want me. I'm just here to tell you. Heaven don't want me. Hell's afraid I'm gonna take over. So
I tell people all the time, I know I'm going to hell. But when I get there, I ain't gonna be there long.
They gonna kick me out.
24 hours after being there. Hey, 24 hours after being there, he gonna whip out the flip phone and call Jesus. Jesus.
Not the flip phone, my guy.
Come get this nigga here.
That is
He
the
done,
reason why we all.
he done turned on the air conditioning, and he's standing on the corner selling bottles of water 2 for 1.
That is the reason why
You need
we
to come and get him.
all are talented in our own rights. Okay, because you two on top, the electrician and the freaking we're gonna have we're gonna have. It's like, where's the air coming from? Wait a minute, that's where Roger is and George. I'm going that way.
Yeah, me too.
So here's the thing. Now, I think I just kind of pulled the cat out of the bag when I said that shit about white lies. But do we believe that some lies or fibs or what are you going to call it are better than others because they're justifiable, or it's just one of them things you go, well, I'm gonna have to contend with it. Like, how do you feel about that? Because again, like we were just talking about Santos, and you're like, oh my God, this person's in a position of power, and we have to deal with that. But he lied about everything, so clearly you're not going to sleep well at night.
Literally everything.
Exactly.
Been lying for years to where it's a professional.
So did we not just say pathological? Does that not sound like a pathological liar and a narcissist?
Oh, definitely pathological and then some. I just pulled up the whole list of his lies.
See, and that's so bad. That's so bad.
But you know what? Here's what's weird. You can't find anybody who's told 100% the truth straight out ever. Because when it's a yes or no question, do you ever recognize, you ever watch people dance around shit? Okay, here I got a question, and this is gonna spin it, and I'm gonna have more fun with this. I'm kind of plagiarizing a little bit. Who tells more lies? Who tells the biggest lie? Men or women? To plagiarize Chris Rock. Who tells bigger lies? Who tells more lies?
Women.
Bigger lies or more lies?
More.
Ooh. Okay. George, you agree?
Oh no, that's a hard call.
I'm a double down. I think men lie more. I think women tell bigger lies. And Chris Rock said it first, but I'm gonna say why. Now, I mean, we could play that skit and it's funny as shit because he's telling the truth. Here's why. We as guys, and maybe Santos falls into this thing. God, we lie about the dumbest shit because the reason we do is because we just don't want to hear your mouth. We don't want to talk to you sometimes. So we know we're going to get 413 questions. So instead of just being like, I was here a little bit longer, or I ended up going here because you're going to ask me, did I spend money? Who was that bitch that was over there? How come you didn't call me? We're going to get a bunch of questions. So we just go, but that's what happens. And so we just go, nope. We just blow all that out the way and just tell a lie. That's usually how guys go, unless you're in a position where you're like, listen, it is what it is. But
sometimes the lie comes out before you even ask any questions, and you just go like, all right.
Yeah, I'm an actor. I don't do shit without thinking first.
It's like, you know what? You know what? And it doesn't even matter as long as it does not affect the household. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me.
We're different. We're at different points in our life. So I'll give you that. We're at different stages in our life. Right. We have a different level of acceptance, but we also have a different level of knowledge. But do you not agree? Okay. Do you not agree that when it comes to the question, because we don't ask a lot of questions as a guy, George, how many questions a day do you think you ask on average?
Because a woman is going to tell you everything she's going to do. Sweetheart, I'm going to go to the store. I got to go to the beauty supply spot, get some coconut oil. Then I'm going to the grocery store. I'm going to buy us dinner for tonight. I'm buying grocery store for the rest of the week. And I'll see you when I get back. Do you need anything?
And out of those 12 statements, according to Guardian.com, out of those 12 statements, 8 of them was a lie.
Well,
because according to the study,
I don't.
Guardian.com, the women lie twice as much as men.
How?
But here, no, wait. Here's the thing.
Unless.
Just said.
I gotta say, wait. Unless we're gonna stop and get you something and be like, well, I'm not gonna tell him what he's gonna get until I get it for him later or whatever. He just won't know until he opens up his drawer and his whatever he likes, and it's like,
okay, so
that might be
okay. She goes already trying to justify the lie.
No, going with that. I honestly believe if a woman is that she's telling the truth. Women, they use more words than we do, and she's right. It's funny because they tell you everything, every thought, every idea. They tell you everything, and we sitting there rolling our eyes like, I don't give a fuck. But they do. They're very detailed, which is why they're better liars. but they're very detailed. When she's telling you what she's doing, she's being honest. I'm going to the store. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go do this. She's 100% telling the truth. If you ask her a question, it changes. So here's the point that I'm getting into.
Like what? Let's go.
So here's the deal.
Mhm.
Men lie badly, women lie by omission. And once I learned that years ago, once I learned to understand the difference, changed everything. You fuckers will tell exactly what you think we need to know and just enough information to think it's not a lie in your mind, but you leave out specific detail that will incriminate you.
That's when a
called
woman is
lying by
being.
omission.
That's when a woman is being deceitful.
It's
and
lying
you
by
guys
omission.
and you guys do not have a good relationship because at the end of
No,
the day,
it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with a relationship. It has to do with the fact that I'm just being honest. You ladies we all have a certain thought process. You don't like to be the villain. You'll be the victim, but you won't be the villain.
Well, I
If
don't
it's
give a
simply-
shit anyway. I'm gonna tell what the fuck it is. Like, look, I went here, 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 and here. Deal with it.
But you know what? If you think it's going to really, really be detrimental to something you care about, unless you just don't care, like you said, unless you don't care about that situation, I disagree. You're not going to lie because you don't want to be known as a liar, but you will leave something out strategically if you don't think I need to know it, simply because you go, it's not a big deal. He's going to get upset. And it's about nothing. So you guys go, why are you getting mad about nothing? That ain't even no big deal. You've already made it.
It's on a need to know basis.
Exactly. But that's lying by omission. I get it. I understand why, but that's lying by omission.
After a while, it doesn't even get technical. You know what it becomes? It becomes, hey, baby, how was your day? Oh, my day was great. Oh, my day was great too. Let's go watch some TV, eat some popcorn, eat whatever the hell we're going to do, drink whatever.
Okay. So remember how you just got to saying, baby, I'm going here. I'm doing this. Boom, 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 boom. You doing all that?
Right.
Yeah. You say, how you doing? I had a good day. Let's go ahead. First of all, let me ask my old lady how her day was. Nigga, I need to get a drink and sit down. It ain't never. It's all right. It was cool. It's a problem. It's a problem with me or with somebody else. Because what she ain't gonna do is never be verbose.
Right.
It ain't gonna happen. So
right.
The thing is, I'm gonna know everything that happened. That's just the nature of this beast. Now, if you ask me, I'm George. If Nikki asked George, how was your day? He'd be like, it was all right. And then she might have to ask questions to get into detail because he ain't telling him. If I say, bro, I was like, yo, today's one of them days, he'd be like, yep. Shit, we just had a whole conversation. I know what all that shit meant. It meant somebody got on his nerves. He got the job done, but he was there too long and he was gonna slap a motherfucker. See, we didn't even talk. We didn't even talk.
Yes.
But if I ask you that, baby, I'm right here. Mimi, how's your day, mommy?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get all of it.
But yo, that's cats and dogs. That's cats and dogs. I love this because I was having this discussion with my daughter last night. She's 21, so she thinks she knows everything, and she's a smart kid. So, but I was explaining to her the difference between cats and dogs and why she has a need to explain and just listen. That we don't. Here's the thing. I told her, I said, baby, let me tell you what daddy understands. Men, we don't give a shit. We want to fix it for you or make it go away. We don't care how it made you feel. We don't care about the details. It's not that we don't care about you. We just don't give a shit about the details. Do you want me to kill that nigga or do you want me to go in there and fix something that's broken? That's what I do. So that's just how we wired. So that's why when it comes to the lie by omission, you guys are so treacherous because if I go, you didn't tell me such and such, you go, well, you didn't ask me, you fucking liar. You go, you didn't ask me, so I didn't think you wanted to know. You knew good and damn well I didn't know to ask that question, but it helps you sleep easily. So understand, look, baby, I got 4 sisters and I was raised by women. Like I speak femaleese, you know what I'm saying? But I just get the fact that whole the way you guys navigate lies without feeling like the villain. It's amazing. You don't want to be the villain. You want to be the victim because it helps ease and appease your own conscious and subconscious. See, we on the other hand,
I don't think it's necessary.
Maybe
the whole lying thing, I don't get it because it's not necessary.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes, maybe I don't know if it's like at a certain age you just do things differently. I don't know. I can't.
Okay, but, so we're talking interpersonal, right? So let's look at work, professional. Raise your hand if you never bolstered your own background and resume. I ain't saying it had to be on paper. It could have been in the interview. It could have been whatever. Even if you was like, if somebody ever asked you, do you know how to do so-and-so? Now, you may have never done it, but because you have the confidence to try and you think you're going to succeed, you're going to go, yeah, I can do that. Tell me you ain't never done that.
Oh, I've done that.
I think we've all done that.
I've done that.
The
That's called
defense has
embellishment.
rest. The
It's called
defense has
embellishment.
rest.
That's been like over 20 years ago when I had to
I don't give
go
a
for job
I
interviews.
don't
But
give
I
two
mean,
shakes
you
up a
know,
dog's ass. That's a lie.
It's
But
embellishment.
but if I think I know how to do something, then I'm gonna be like, well, you know what? Yeah,
listen to that. Listen
because
to
I
that.
gotta get that job. Because I
Well,
gotta
see,
get that job.
That's my point. Thank you. So
It's a
see,
difference. It's a difference.
just do what I'm doing and own up to the fact that you know what, sometimes lying is necessary, other times it's fun, other times you do it for
It
the shit.
is. It is. It is. It is. Okay. Sometimes it's necessary. But
Exactly.
when it comes to politics and the masses that have to
That's where the
vote for
most
you
lies are told.
and
The
believe
biggest
in,
lies are told.
I know. Look at Trump.
Look at any of them. You can't
Any
name
of
me
them.
you can't name me a single one who's not a liar. Not one. That's how they got there.
They all are.
They
But the
told the
thing
lie.
is, of all of them, this one lied about everything. That's where I have issue. If
No.
you cannot trust the people you elect to do at least part of the stuff they said they're going to do, then there's a problem.
Where's he
This is
from
leadership.
originally?
This
But what
is
if you
leadership.
I don't
trust
know. He lied about that too.
Huh?
He did.
Hey, I think he said he was from I don't know, Alaska or some shit. He's Jewish. He fucking from Alaska. I don't know.
No, you can't be
But he
Jewish
ain't
and from
Jewish.
Alaska and you got a Spanish last name. This figure from freaking Mexico.
But this is what we talk about when we talk pathological. So
What,
here's the
Santos
thing.
last name?
You
He could be
guys love to
family.
talk. You guys, I've said it before and I'll say it again in public. You guys say it all the time. You talk shit about Trump. You don't like it. I'm not saying I'm Republican or what I'm saying is Trump is probably the most honest president we've had in recent history. And here's why I say that. I'm not saying like I love him and he's doing
Right.
this great. He's so arrogant and cocky. He's not afraid to tell the truth because he dares you to challenge him. I ain't never seen a man say, this is what happened and this is what I'm doing, and then be like, on top of that, be like, I can walk down the street, shoot him up in the head and get away with it. Find the lie. He was telling the truth. You don't like it. He was telling the truth. That doesn't mean I think he's the most swell guy on the planet. That means I think he was arrogantly and stupidly and inadvertently one of the most honest politicians / presidents we've had in recent years.
Uh-huh.
He's almost too stupid to lie. He's too arrogant and too stupid to deceive you. He wants you to know, I got big balls. I'll tell you what I just did and I'll challenge you. That being said, and he tells you, yeah, I don't pay taxes. Here's why. Who says that? He told everybody, yep, this is why I don't pay taxes. I'm smarter than you. I got the loopholes, just like Hillary's people. You know how ballsy you got to be to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody else said nothing like that. Nobody else said nothing like that. Try to get in, big dog. We want to holler at you.
Yes, definitely. And you know what? And I, if I may say this, Roger, I definitely am with you when you say that about Trump, because I am not his biggest cheerleader. But this is the thing: this man came from the entertainment industry, from doing what the hell he does, how he does it to get to the top, and that's what he did. And I think that when he ran for president, he wasn't prepared. He wasn't ready for. I won.
Nobody is.
So you know what happened? I won, and now you gotta. Oh shit!
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? He literally said that a few years ago. He was so cocky. He said, "I can run for president and win this country." And you know what? They proved him right. Like,
this is the thing. People loved him when he was on TV, doing his shows, doing his thing. But I don't think he was prepared for what was going to hit him when he got to that White House.
Nobody is.
Yeah.
Name me one president who didn't come out looking 17 years older than he went in looking.
Right.
I'm just being real. Like, name me one person. So that being said, I agree but that just goes to show, look, you can if you have the confidence behind what you're saying, you can legitimately get anybody on board, lie or not. Like if I say something with enough conviction, I'm not a deceitful guy, but I guarantee you I can talk my way into some positions as well. It's just the nature, it's human nature. We look for certain things, be that intangibles like confidence, a particular posture, body language, and aura. We gravitate toward that.
For instance, everybody's looking at Roger. Roger does the fitness every week. Roger has something good to say about fitness every week. If Roger says, hey, look, everybody stand on one leg for an hour and you're going to lose 50 pounds. You know what a lot of these women are going to do? Women, I'm not saying men, because the men going to be like, man, that's a bullshit. Women going to be like, oh my God, I'm going to stand on my leg for 1 hour because Roger said,
But you know what? That's called, it is. You're right. You're 100% right. It's called looking the part. If you look the part, why would somebody not want? And look, we've all done it to certain degrees. You ever had a gym coach who was out of shape, and you was like,
what's up?
All right, we got I said in management in the building, guys. Can you guys hear? All right, I said it. You there?
No.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Can you guys hear?
Yeah, you're echoing, but we hear him.
All right. Okay. Okay, I said it. What were you wanting to say about the topic tonight?
Okay, first, peace, blessings. I love y'all. Man, such a great topic.
Yes.
What just happened?
You there?
Right. Okay. Sorry.
Let's go.
I'm listening to the show and I can't do both.
Don't do both.
Check it out.
Nope, because
y'all made some really good points. Really good points. So I want to just take it to another level real quick. Be open-minded to this. So first of all, when a woman loves a man so much, she will lie to make him feel good. But that lie can be real dangerous when he going. I'm about to come from two different angles though. But when a woman loves a man so much, she'll lie about having an orgasm. You know what I'm saying? And then have that man thinking that he's better than what he really is in the bedroom. And then he goes to another relationship and another woman who's honest, who don't even love him like that, she gonna crush his whole dreams. And that can lead to something different. Now, on a whole nother note, now that's just one topic. Now, when it comes to lying, how about that sometimes a lie is only temporary? Because sometimes a lie can become the truth. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Before I start honoring women, I talked about it for a year, and everyone was like, you lying, you ain't never going to do this, you ain't going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Until I did it. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes, a lie can just be temporary until a person can actually turn sometimes a lie into the truth. How about that? What y'all got to say about that?
Okay. I'm feeling it. So it sounds to me like what he's talking about is speaking, like when people say speaking into reality. Yeah. So I will double down with my brother and say this: if you have good intentions, but you're not there yet, then that's different. I mean, I hate to split hairs, but I feel like that's what we have to do because it's the real world. So if you go listen, one day I'm gonna be balling out of control. I'm gonna have all of this, but you tell somebody right now you got it, but you're on your way. If you're really putting forth the effort, honestly, I don't have a problem with you going, listen, I'm going to make my reality true. But if you're literally just going around putting other people's lives on your resume or in your mouth, then I think you should be flayed. So there's the difference. So I get what he's saying. So see right there, we actually literally just justified a lie. And I'm fine with that because you're going, listen, I'm honoring women. I'm doing this. I'm going to celebrate you guys. I'm going to reward you. I'm going to give you prizes, blah, 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 blah. You might not have the money for the prizes yet, but by the time we get to month number 6 or whatever, I come, Mimi, CB, I got these prizes, because I've had 6 months to get the money and figure it out. So there you go. Is anything wrong with that? Nope. Because your intention was there and you saw through it. Now, the other one he was talking about, that's one of those, listen.
That's another subject for
either stay with the same woman or you're gonna have to go out there and crack open a whole lot of oysters before you find a pearl. Because look, you ain't gonna be everybody's cup of tea. You might rock some people's world, and some people might crush yours. Like I said, it's a numbers game, baby.
Right.
That's a trip, though.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. Thank you so much for allowing me to state my opinion. I said it.
Yes.
Brother, we love you. We love you, my man. Stay strong.
I love y'all.
Your
Love y'all.
family.
I'm tuned in, though. I'm still tuned in.
For sure. Be easy.
But please go ahead, give y'all opinion. I know me and Crystal got something to say on that.
Yep.
Hey, don't put us on the spot.
Hey,
man,
I'm a bunch of glasses in, but that was interesting because he literally and here's the thing, he made us feel better about shooting bullshit. He made us feel better about listen. Sometimes you gotta lie until you get to the truth, but you know what? That's a good point.
Fake it till you make it. That's what it's called.
And you know what? If the intent is right, I agree with that. I just think a lot of people use that as a reason to, okay, what did George read earlier when Warren Buffett was talking about staying broke and all that?
Yeah.
If you're comfortable, if you don't have hobbies, if you don't try new things, whatever else the rest was, there's a difference between the whole fake it till you make it and speak it into reality. Because see, we all say that fake it till you make it, but that means I'm actively working towards it. It don't mean I'm gonna talk shit, wear the shoes and wear the outfit, but I'm not doing jack shit. It means I'm in the middle of working. I'm halfway there. I don't want you to know I'm halfway there. I want you to think I'm there, and then when I finally get there, I'm gonna walk through the door like, yeah, see, I told you. How many times y'all be on the road, be like, I'm around the corner, line your ass off. I do it daily.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the thing. Because I'm around the corner. So, well, with me being from the Virgin Islands, right?
Oh shit.
I'm around the corner.
You don't know
Literally.
what you're around.
No, listen. Don't do this to me. Don't do this shit to me, okay? I'm around the corner in the Virgin Islands means literally. I'm around the corner. I'm a minute away. Around the corner.
Okay.
Here in the US, that shit means I'm 20 miles away. I got 5 stoplights, traffic. It's gonna take me an hour to get there. And I'm like, what the fuck? You said you're around the corner. What the hell? Like around the corner.
Okay, now Mimi, in our defense, in the Virgin Islands, I got like 4 stoplights, 3 stop signs. You can't compare, baby.
First of all, we don't have
wherever you are, you're around the corner.
They talk about as the crow flies, as you throw a rock and shit. Listen,
right. So when folks say, look, I'm coming, I'm right around the corner. Now I'm like, you know what? It took me a whole damn near 20 years to realize that around the corner is going to take, an hour and a half. I'm starting to understand it, but for a while I was really pissed off.
I'm gonna be honest.
Don't tell me you're around the corner. Tell me what the GPS says.
It takes the heck out of me. Because I have been in a car with a partner of mine, and somebody will call waiting on them, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes away. I'll be there." Be like, "Give me about 10 minutes. I'll be there," and he'll say that and hang up. And I'm sitting here thinking, bro, we are 30 minutes away, and we're headed the opposite direction.
Mile away.
Fuck you mean you're gonna be there in 10 minutes?
So is that a lie or is that being optimistic?
Hell yeah,
that's a lie, like a motherfucker. That's a bold-faced lie.
We call a bold-faced lie.
Bold-faced lie.
So
that's one of those lies that don't hold your breath because you're dead lies.
I'm gonna tell anybody that knows me, and I'm glad like I get called out on this all the time. Like everybody knows my phrases. If I say I'm gonna be, I say in a little bit, I say shortly, or I say in a minute or something like that. And if you know me well enough, you know what each one of those means. Or if I say later, just whatever. But if I say in a little bit, that could be some hours. If I say
so let me say this, Roger, in your defense, right? Because when I was in KC, I was like, okay, so Roger said he's gonna be here in a little bit, and I was like, all right, bet, so he's gonna be here in a few. And by the time I came downstairs, you was in the building. I was like, yo.
No. Look, for me, I let you know. If I let you know,
I know that in Georgia, if somebody says I'm gonna be here in a little bit, that means an hour.
That's so
Hey,
true.
that's us.
That part down there.
Right there.
Oh my
That's
God,
us.
that's so true.
That's us. That's us.
I
But that's,
gotta get
that's true
gas.
because
I gotta get. Yep.
let me tell you why. Because a woman has nailed us to the cross at some point because we said this and then it took this long, did whatever, and so we like, no, you not gonna. I'm not committing to shit. So if I commit to shortly to me is usually within an hour or so. A little bit is usually, oh no, shortly is like under an hour. A little bit is like about an hour or so. But if I say I'm gonna be there, I'll be there later on. Whatever.
You know what I tell my wife all the
Right.
time? I said I was gonna do it. You ain't got to remind me every 6 months about it.
God damn.
You dickhead.
You're a freaking idiot. That ain't gonna never happen. I will start with Nicole, whatever the hell she decides to do to you after that.
You stupid shit. Not every 6 months.
I'll be like, I'm the witness. He's full of shit.
I love that. I love that. That's
Yeah.
funny to me, dog. That's funny. Okay, so my question to y'all is a lie necessary, and tell me when? Give me a specific situation when it's very necessary. Because I think we all agree that we have to do it or we choose to at some point. When is it necessary?
When your hand is caught in a cookie jar. Bill Cosby said it best. You can catch the child's hand in the cookie car and be like, "What are you doing with the cookie? I was getting the cookie for you."
I'm literally thinking because it's really not necessary.
I would say if it's to spare someone's feelings, like for example,
fuck that.
if someone is if someone is on their deathbed and they haven't accepted the fact that it's their time and they're slipping away. So they are talking about, when they get better, we're going to go out to eat, we're going to go shopping, we're going to do this, even though it's a lie because they're going to be gone. But in that instance, you're going to go along with the lie and say, yeah, we're going to run through the fields and we're going to ride horses. We're going to do all those things.
I think she hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I think she really hit the nail on the head with a piece of that because I really feel that most lies are said based on how you want somebody to feel about something.
With good intention.
It could be good intention or bad intention.
Yeah.
It could be either
so
way.
Just saying you're trying to elicit.
But it's based on a feeling that you're trying to get from that person.
Okay, so you want your words to elicit a specific reaction.
Exactly.
Okay, good or bad. I mean, fair enough. I agree with that. I think you got us with that one. Mimi said earlier, even though she don't remember, she said if her life depended on it, which I think that's kind of a go-to for anybody. If my life depended on it, my life ain't got to depend on it. Like I said, it's Wednesday, and I might tell one just to stay in practice, but it won't be anything substantial. You gonna do that tomorrow? Absolutely do it tomorrow. I'm not, but I'm also the one to tell you I'm not gonna do it. It's just more fun this way. But I don't know. I think honestly, believe it or not, and I'm speaking for me, I tend to be more honest when it's more serious. That's funny, but it's true.
I understand that.
Something is more serious, and here's why. As a young man and an adolescent, I was very much the sugarcoating kind of a guy. Didn't want to hurt feelings, didn't want anybody to be upset, and you inadvertently lead people down the wrong path because you give false hope. And when you're young and you're not prepared for conflict resolution, you do that. We've all done it, but some people get over it earlier. Like I was talking to my daughter last night. I'm like, God damn, you cutthroat. But she's just very honest. Do you have feelings for me anymore? No, I do not. Do you want to do this? No, but we're cool. I don't hate you. I'm just letting you know I'm not here. I'm here. And I'm like, wow, that's balls I wish I had at that age. I just didn't. Because it was like, oh my God, if you hurt somebody's feelings, you're a bad guy. And then trying to be chivalrous because you were raised by people that told you should be. We oftentimes try to take the high road, which ends up burning us.
See,
What's up?
to piggyback off of that, that is so true, especially for men, because you're taught to, you know, be the leader, take care, protect, do what you got to do, you know, for whatever you got to do. And and the thing is, when and provide that too. But as part of that, some people say if I have to lie, steal, beg, borrow, or kill, and that's always been that phrase, and lie is always intertwined into that as like being something that's a necessity, that if you got to do, you got to do what you got to do. So
but see that all, but you, like you're saying, I think that comes down to, so whoever I'm taking care of clearly is of the utmost importance. So we're talking obviously family, who you love and all that. You go, listen, I'll do anything I have to do to make sure they don't suffer, struggle, etc. And again, those are all kind of part of the 7 deadly sins, if you will. And you're willing to do that to take care of the people you care. That's kind of the position we are placed in. You are 100% correct. And we are not above it because you are worth it, because you're my child, you're my woman, you're my family. So I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. You know what I mean? I think that's exactly how that rolls, and we justify it, but you know, it kind of is what it is. I think most people do it to save their life, or at least preserve who they love and who they care about. I just think it kind of falls on us so often, like it's just expected of us, you know. I'm not sure where to go with that, because like, damn, that's what y'all think of me.
But it's like, you know, that's how men have been, you know, programmed, that, you know, they're the king of the castle. They got to do this, they got to do that. You got to do what you got to do. And if you have to, and again, lie, steal, beg, borrow, or kill, it's always that phrase. But it's always, as the leader, as the protector, you got to do what you got to do. And then
you got to do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, and the same thing also falls for us single moms, because we're expected to live by that phrase as well. And as a single mom, and speaking as a single mom, I definitely would live by that mantra. If it meant protecting my kids, I would do all of those. I would catch a case.
I think that tends to go without saying, because listen, usually as parents, obviously our greatest weakness is our children. As partners, if you happen to be in that situation, you're 100% right. I thank you for saying that. We have to bear the brunt of the responsibility. Now, this is going to lead into a fantastic show that we're going to have to get into later, because the level of responsibility that each particular person has to bear, it based on tradition, history, and things like that, it's a little bit different. But you're right, and I think because those are supposedly the worst things that humans can do: lie, cheat, steal, kill, based on whether you want to believe commandments or just morality. Those are the worst things you can do. Anything else is admissible, is like, all right, that's fine. But you're right, those get lumped together, because that means if you're willing to do any of those, there's no limit because of what you care about. That's why it comes down to, is it ever okay? Now, like when we were talking about earlier, that lying by omission shit, it ain't okay. Ain't okay, because you fuckers be holding on to information that you shouldn't. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
Like what?
What do you mean, like what?
What?
Who you talking to? What you doing? Where you was? Who you did it with? When?
That's on a need to know basis. Blah, 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 blah. That's on a need to know basis.
You need to know I'm gonna peel your goddamn muffin cap back blue if you don't tell the truth. That's what you need to know, goddamn.
This is the thing. This is the thing, Mr. Roger. I have an AK-47 in my backyard. Check this out.
It's an AR-15.
And it's in the closet.
I can't stand them. So check this out. That's way too much. Like, woo! Knock out your damn door. So this is the thing, though. It's not. It's the details, like details. Who I spoke to, how long I spoke to them, whether it was business or pleasure. Like,
okay.
When does it become
tell
that?
Me, okay, ladies.
It has to be.
Tell me what's need to know. I need to know, ladies. Tell me
let me say
what's
what
a need to know basis.
let me say, no, I don't need to know shit.
No, I'm
All I
talking
want to
about
know
for us.
is how your day was.
No. I'm talking about as a man, when you say it's on a need to know basis, when you guys lie by omission, tell me what
Like
are some of
what?
the no, I'm asking you and CB, what are some of the things we need to know only if you think it's prudent or important? Because what we think is important, clearly you guys don't. So tell me what information is need to know.
If somebody is stalking me and it's making me uncomfortable because I can't handle it on my own, because I'm not
Mhm.
going to just walk up here and be like, yo, you know, because I'm not going to do it. But I'm
Why
going to
would
let
you?
my dude
Why would you
know.
lie?
Like,
I'm talking about something that you would not be honest about because you didn't think I needed to know. What was something you wouldn't be honest about because you didn't
Or
think it was important?
or it could be something that we don't think you care about.
I'm going
Like
through
what?
menopause.
No, like
Like
what?
we got our nails done. We talked to our nail tech. We picked a whole different color. We got our hair done.
No,
We
no.
changed our hair color.
No.
I
Let me
mean,
tell you. No.
it's
That would
just
be
little details. The things that you need to know, or things that could be detrimental to
But
our
would you
health,
lie? But would
to
you
our
lie about
children's
that?
health, things that could harm the marriage, things of that nature where
Like,
something could be harmed.
like.
Like somebody that decided that they want to come stalking you because they realize that they still love you and they want to come back in your life. And all of a sudden they're texting, they're calling, they're finding every way to get a hold of you.
Okay,
These are
okay.
things
Hold
we
on,
want to talk about.
hold the phone,
I'm
hold the
just saying.
phone, hold the phone. Now let's be clear. I'm asking you guys, what are some of the things that you would not be honest about? What are some of the things you wouldn't tell me if they occurred because you didn't think I needed to know? I'm not asking what you would tell.
I got a flat tire.
If my ex reached out to me out of nowhere and it was just a harmful, platonic conversation, that's what I need to know.
Harmful or
You mean
harmless?
harmless?
I said
You
harmless.
said harmful.
No, you said
Freudian
harmful.
slip. Freudian slip.
Non-harmful. a harmless, platonic conversation.
Okay.
Just saying, hey, how you doing?
It won't be
Whatever.
platonic.
Yeah. So on something like that, you don't need to know about that. For what? Why?
How many times are you going to talk to him?
If that person and I are still friends.
No, we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be those kind of friends. No kind of friends.
Wrong.
Well, not in the romantic sense, but if we, separated on, cool terms, and they hit you up from time to time just to say what's up, I don't see a harm.
Unless it's a child's father, and if the child is 18 plus, we have not a goddamn thing to talk about. I don't give a fuck what's happening on the face of earth.
That
Period.
part.
You got to go. You get cut off.
That part.
And
That part.
then an ex, we're not talking about anything because the only thing that we're going to talk about is reminiscing about shit that we missed or remember when. So guess what's going to happen? That doesn't happen.
Mr.
Costa, let that shit go.
This is cheers to you.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You did it right, girl. You did it right.
When you bring the exes into a situation, even if it's just like, hey, how you doing? How you been? Don't nobody give a fuck. That's a lie. They still trying to smash.
But still, with your partner, that's something they don't need to know that happened.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna give you. Here's what I'm gonna give you.
Depending on how that goes, because if you allow a certain conversation after that, then
exactly, that's my whole point. It's what you allow.
The fuck?
It is what you allow.
Roger, check this
you
out.
Allow it to go further than that, then you
okay.
can.
So if it's innocent, and it's one time only, don't you agree that
one
you
time
say,
only?
hey, yeah, and you say, hey, so and so hit me up. I just want you to know he hit me up. I told him to kill it. I'm done. Because you know what? That's the time you should tell us.
Yes.
That's the time y'all don't tell us.
If he comes back
because
again,
you're entertaining some shit. If you tell me, I'm gonna be like, yo, what my boy hollering about? Because here's my deal. I am never gonna blame the man. Ever. If y'all talk, if y'all fuck, if y'all do, I'm never blaming him. I'm just letting you know right now.
Right.
I'm never gonna blame him. Ever. It's 127% your fault.
Yes.
So if he hits you up one time and you say, yo, what's good? How you doing? Life is great. I'm happy. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. You take care of yourself. Block. But if you tell me, yeah, he hit me on Wednesday, He called me again today. So you allowed that to happen again today? You fucking
That's a
fired.
problem.
You fired. Because that's you. You have all the power. Remember, you got all the power in this. Women control access to sex. Men control access to marriage. Not my words, but I love that truth. So that being said, that's the lie. That's the truth. You need to be telling, because you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of it. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of game.
Well,
If
but
you-
hold
what's
the
up?
thought because we have 5 minutes.
Oh, we
left in
do.
the show. So we're
Dang.
gonna have to learn what Roger is going to tell us next week. It's gonna be juicy, and our topic next week is cats and dogs.
We
Meow.
coming with it. We coming with it. We coming with it next week. We
We
coming
are.
with it. Oh yeah. And I got some questions. I got
Did you
QOC
say
question of the day.
cats
We
and
coming with it.
dogs?
I
The
said
truth-
cats and dogs. Meow.
George, I hope you know which one you is. Boogie, come here. Come here. George, I hope you know which one you is.
George, don't be no damn cat. I'm gonna have a problem with that. Come
Your
on.
bald head ass. Because you know hairless cats are ugly.
Oh my gosh, Roger, look at that monster. That's a baby.
He's my yes. This is my grand dog.
That's a
He's
big dude.
He's out of his mind, but he's sweet.
He's a big dude. Look at him.
He's 18 months, about a year and a half.
He's a cutie.
Sure. Thank you.
I love dogs.
Go away.
Canine
Oh,
dogs, not human dogs.
The truth about cats and dogs. Ain't that
And
some
we will
shit?
explore the human
Listen,
dog.
go back to some of the other shows and listen to you. You go back to some of the other shows and listen to you talk, girl.
I do.
Shit.
All right, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. But sadly, our time is done. So let's say our goodbyes, and I will bring up the rear.
All righty. So one love. God bless. See you guys next week. Toot, toot, toot.
It's been real. It's been fun. This nigga's drooling on my pants, but love y'all. See y'all on the flip side.
Ew.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Yes, a lot of it.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with us tonight. You've been listening to CB and the Boys. We come to you every Wednesday for your midweek motivator, offering you music, laughter, conversation, motivation, and a whole lot of fun. And hopefully you got that tonight and then some. Also, we need you to go to our YouTube channel, like us and subscribe. Go to our Facebook, like us and subscribe. We need you to go to our Instagram, like us and subscribe. Under CB and the Boys radio show, like us and subscribe. In order for us to bring you more, we need you to like us and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on all of our social media. Also, coming up, when you do like us and subscribe, make sure you leave a comment so that we can put your name in the drawing, because we have a goal to reach in milestones. We have over 50 subscribers now. Thank you guys. Yay. Woo, big ups. And we need more. So everyone like us and subscribe, and you can actually win a prize for doing so. So like us, subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. We love you so, so very much. Thanks for rocking with us each week. Next week, our topic is cats and dogs, battle of the sexes. You don't want to miss that. And you will find out what Roger has in store for us for next week that he didn't get to this week. So you don't want to miss it. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week on CB and the Boys.
Round like a donut. Round like a donut.
Yes. Absolutely love it.
George, we just said don't say you're a cat person. See,
And the
George
boys have
undercover.
left the building.
This nigga undercover.